So, get this. Have you ever heard of a company building a brand new product, putting it in boxes, ready to ship, and then just refusing to sell it? It sounds completely nuts, right? But that's exactly what Apple seems to be doing with the new Apple TV 4K. Okay, let's get into what's going on here.
And that really is the central question. The hardware's done. The upgrades are real and they are significant. But for some reason, Apple is keeping this phantom product, locked away. So what is the holdup?
To really understand why this is so weird, you just have to look at the calendar. The last Apple TV came out in 2022. I mean, that's practically a lifetime in tech years. We've gone through endless rumors and multiple Apple events, and here we are, still waiting. This proves it's not a supply chain problem. No, this is a deliberate choice.
Okay, so if the box itself isn't the problem, what is? Well, the answer is all about software, and more specifically, it all comes down to one of Apple's most famous, and let's be honest, famously criticized products, Siri. The hardware is ready to ship, but the ghost in the machine, well, it's just not ready for prime time.
And man, this slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? The gap between the Siri we have now and the Siri Apple wants is massive. For years, Siri has been the butt of jokes, lagging way behind the competition. Apple knows this, and their big, ambitious plan is to completely transform it into the actual brain of your home, powered by something they're calling Apple Intelligence.
And look, this isn't just some wild speculation. This comes from reliable sources like Mark Gurman at Bloomberg, who's usually spot on about this stuff. He put it plainly. The new Apple TV is built. It is literally sitting in boxes in a warehouse somewhere. Apple is intentionally holding back a finished product.
So what exactly is this Apple Intelligence that's causing all this drama? Well, you can think of it as a complete do-over for Siri. But here's the absolute key. Apple wants to move all the processing from the cloud onto the device itself. And that is a huge deal. We're talking way faster and way more private. And this is where you can see the dominoes start to fall. The plan was simple. Launch the new hardware with the new Siri this spring. But the AI just wasn't ready. It was buggy, unreliable. And you know Apple, good enough is not in their vocabulary. So they pushed the software release to the fall. And just like that, the new Apple TV hardware became a hostage. Totally finished, but stuck waiting for its brain.
So while that software is stuck in the lab, so to speak, the hardware is a finished beast. So let's take a look at what's actually inside those boxes and what exactly we're all missing out on right now.
The heart of this new machine is the A17 Pro chip. Yep, the same one you'll find in an iPhone 15 Pro. Now, this is not just about making menus load a split second faster. No, this is about the raw horsepower you need to run that demanding Apple Intelligence right there on the box. This makes it, by a long shot, the most powerful streaming device on the market.
Now, for all you gamers out there, the A17 Pro brings something huge to the table: hardware-accelerated ray tracing. I know, it sounds super techy, but all you really need to know is it makes the lighting, shadows, and reflections in video games look incredibly realistic. This is Apple basically screaming from the rooftops that they want to turn the Apple TV into a legitimate little gaming console.
And the upgrades just keep on coming. We're talking more RAM, which is absolutely critical for handling those complex AI tasks and high-end games. Plus, you've got a new networking chip that brings Wi-Fi 7 for blazing fast streaming and Bluetooth 6 for super responsive connections. Pretty much every single component here is getting a major league boost. Putting it all side by side like this really hammers the point home. Across the board, from sheer power to gaming to just connecting to the internet, the new A17 Pro model is just in a completely different league. This isn't just an update. It's a device that's been designed from the ground up to be future-proof for years to come.
Okay, so we have this ridiculously powerful piece of hardware that's being held back by some incredibly ambitious software. But why is Apple so obsessed with launching these two things together? Well, because this isn't just about selling a faster way to watch movies. This is about their plan to revolutionize the smart home.
For the longest time, the Apple TV has kind of felt like a hobby for Apple, just another accessory. Well, their new goal is to change that completely. They want to transform this super-powered box into the true central heart of your smart home, the command center for literally everything.
And here's their strategy to win. While competitors like Google and Amazon process your voice commands on their servers up in the cloud, Apple is betting everything on privacy and speed. By doing all the AI processing right there on the Apple TV, your personal data never has to leave your house. And in this day and age, That is a massive selling point.
And the secret weapon that's supposed to tie this all together? Well, rumors are swirling about a brand new operating system called Home OS. You can think of it as the master software designed to unify all of Apple's smart home gear, with this new Apple TV being the very first device to carry it out into the world.
So, all of this brings us back down to earth and back to your living room. We know why it's delayed, we know what's inside it, and we know Apple's grand plan for it. So now, let's get to the practical question. Should you actually wait for this thing?
I mean, it's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you're in the market for a high-end streaming device today, what's the play? Do you buy the current model, which is already excellent, or do you hold out for what sounds like a gigantic upgrade? What's the right call? Honestly, this chart breaks it down pretty clearly. If your current streaming box just died, or you just want great 4K HDR streaming right now, the current A15 model is fantastic. But if you can hold on until the fall, you're going to be rewarded with a massive leap in performance. If you're a serious gamer, if you want a device that's going to last for years, or if you're excited for a Siri that is actually smart, then waiting is definitely the right move. Ultimately, this whole crazy situation leaves us with one really fascinating question to think about. Is this new device just another little black box for watching movies? Or is it something way more significant? Is it Apple's Trojan horse, designed to quietly sneak their vision for a private, on-device, AI-powered future right into the center of all of our homes? Only time will tell, but